Two agonizing hours had passed since Ryan was taken into the ICU. Jungkook sat outside, his entire world collapsing with each passing minute. His hands were clasped together, knuckles white from how tightly he was holding them. His mind replayed the moment she collapsed over and over again. Her pale face, the blood, the way she lay lifeless in his arms. The door to the ICU opened and the doctor stepped out. Jungkook immediately stood up, his heart pounding in his chest. "You are her husband." Jungkook said, his throat dry. "You didn't know about her condition?" Jungkook's breath hitched. "Condition? She has a stomach cancer. It's almost the third stage now. She needs immediate treatment." The words hit Jungkook like a ton of bricks. His tears, which he has been holding back, finally fell freely. "Will she be alright? Please, doctor, do something." "I think she drank, which caused her stomach to react badly. But more than that, she is severely malnourished. From what I can tell, she's been skipping meals from a long time. This combined with stress led to her current condition." Jungkook's chest tightened, his body going numb. His mind was spinning. She skipped meals, she starved herself, and he never even noticed. "Right now, I've given her medicine and sedatives, but start her full treatment as soon as possible, or it'll be too late." Jungkook quickly wiped his tears and nodded, determination settling in his heart. Too late? No, he won't let it to be too late. A few hours passed. Vine was shifted to a normal room. She was still unconscious, her face pale, her body fragile. Jungkook sat beside her, holding her cold hand in his. His eyes were still red from crying. He had never felt this kind of pain before. It wasn't just fear, it was guilt, regret. Why hadn't he noticed? Why did he let her suffer alone? His fingers gently ran over her knuckles, his thumb kissing her soft skin. He was supposed to protect her, he was supposed to take care of her, but instead she had been fighting his battle alone. A light movement made him sit up straight. Vine's fingers twitched and his heart pounded. Vine's eyes fluttered open slowly, but the moment she tried to move, she hissed in pain. A sharp burn ran through her stomach, making her groan softly. Seeing her in pain made Jungkook break down all over again. He gently cupped her cheek, his thumb brushing against her skin as she looked down, his tears escaping silently. Vine stared at him, her heart sinking. He knew. And the only thought that crossed her mind was, "He'll leave me." Jungkook's hands trembled as he clutched Vian's cold fingers in his voice cracked as he spoke, barely able to form the words stuck in his throat. "Why didn't you tell me?" His eyes were glossy, tears sliding down his cheeks despite his best effort to hold them back. His grip on her hand tightened as if he was afraid she would slip away if he let go. "You hate me that much that you didn't even want to tell me about it." Vine swallowed the lump in her throat, guilt consuming her. She sat up slowly with Jungkook's help, wincing at the burning pain in her stomach. Her voice was soft, almost fragile. "Jungkook, I don't hate you. I never did." She was cut off by Jungkook's sharp voice. "Then why didn't you tell me?" He shouted, his emotions bursting through the walls he had tried to build around them. His chest rose and fell heavily, his frustration and pain pouring out in his trembling voice. "Why do you treat me like a stranger?" Vine flinched at his tone, her heart pounding in her chest. She had never seen Jungkook this broken before. He wasn't just angry, he was hurting. Vine's voice trembled, her hands curling into a fist as she struggled to speak. "I thought you would leave me. I thought you wouldn't want a beat." "Shut up." His voice was firm, almost desperate. "Just shut up." Vine flinched at his sudden outburst, but before she could retreat, Jungkook's eyes softened. He cupped her face gently, his thumb brushing against her tear-stained cheeks. Then, without hesitation, he pulled her into his arm, holding her tightly. "It'll be okay. I'm sorry. I failed as husband. I should have known. I should have asked. Even when you didn't talk to me, I should have asked the reason. I thought you hated me and I didn't want to do something that would make you leave me. Jungkook, please, it's not your fault. It's just we misunderstood everything. I'm also sorry. I ignored you. Please, I don't hate you. It's all my fault, but don't worry, you'll be fine. Nothing will happen to you, I promise. I'll make sure of it." Vine's tears finally fell freely, her soul muffled against his chest. Her hands clutched onto the fabric of his suit as she hugged him back, craving the warmth she had denied herself for so long. "I didn't know you felt like that. I thought you disliked me. I thought I ruined your life with this arranged marriage." Jungkook pulled back slightly, his eyes searching hers. "Who told you that?" Vine looked away, but Jungkook gently lifted her chin, forcing her to meet his gaze. "I never hated you, not even a second." Vine's breath hitched as she stared into his eyes, which held nothing but raw sincerity. I was always waiting for you to open up to me. I was craving for you. I wanted you to ask me how my day went. I wanted you to comfort me when my day didn't go well. I also wanted to ask, and I did sometime, but you felt so distant. His voice cracked slightly, revealing just how much he had bottled up. I was always waiting, but you never came. Vine's lips trembled, her head lowering as more tears slipped down her face. I'm so sorry, Jungkook. I didn't know. I really thought you hated me. She kept repeating those words, her sobs making her voice shake. But before she could say another word, Jungkook cut her off. It was urgent yet soft, passionate yet tender. It is filled with everything they had been holding back, yearning, longing, and emotion they had both buried deep for too long. Vine and Jungkook's tears blended as they kissed, both pouring out tears of unsaid emotions. When Jungkook finally pulled back, his forehead rested against hers, their breath mingling. Let's not talk about this anymore. Vine nodded, her hands still clutching onto his shirt. Jungkook wiped her tears gently. The doctor said we can go home. With that, they left the hospital and returned home. However, even after they settled in, Jungkook was unable to shake off the weight in his heart. The knowledge of Vine's condition gnawed at him, making him restless. Vine was sleeping when she felt someone shaking her gently. Her eyes fluttered open. What time is it? Are you late for the office? She quickly sat up, rubbing her eyes. I'm sorry I overslept. I'll make your breakfast real quick. Before she could get out of bed, Jungkook grabbed her wrist, stopping her. I'm not going to the office, and breakfast is ready. Just get freshened up. Vine blinked at him in surprise, her gaze softening when she saw the small, reassuring smile on his face. He leaned down, placing a soft, gentle kiss on her forehead before letting her go, nodding. She left to freshen up. When Vine came out of the bathroom, towel drying her hair, her steps halted. Jungkook was in the middle of taking out suitcases, placing them near the bed. Jungkook, are you leaving? Jungkook zipped one of the bags before turning to her. No. He walked toward her. We are leaving. Vine's eyes widened. We are going to America. We'll be staying there for a while. I packed your luggage, but check once in case you need anything else. Vine stared at him, understanding what he was doing. Jungkook met her gaze, then gently held her arms and guided her to sit at the edge of the bed. I'll do anything to get you out of this mess. Let me do my best. I promise I won't let anything happen to you. Vine's eyes welled up as she hugged him tightly. Jungkook, you won't leave me, right? Jungkook's arms tightened around her. Why would I do something so silly? He leaned back slightly to look at her. I would never leave. Vine nodded, burying her face in his chest. After a moment, Jungkook pulled away. Now get ready, we are getting late. Jungkook, your office. Don't worry, Jimin will be taking my place and I'll taking his. Vine nodded, finally accepting it. Jungkook smiled. Now let's go eat breakfast. She smiled back and nodded before leaning in to place a soft kiss on his cheeks. Jungkook turned his face slightly, eyes gleaming. One more. Vine rolled her eyes but kissed his right cheek again. Just as she was about to pull away, Jungkook pointed at his lips. One more. Vine raised her palm, covering her lips. That's enough. I didn't know you were this flirty. You are like a whole new person. I don't know you anymore. Jungkook smirked and pulled her closer, lowering his voice. You still have many more things to learn about me. And before she could protest, he begged her lips, making her eyes widen. You're such a pervert. I am for you. They both laughed, the weight on their hearts feeling a little lighter. After a year, Jungkook and Vine finally stepped into their house only to flinch as loud noises echoed around them. Welcome home, he shouted excitedly, popping party poppers and blowing a whistle. Vine and Jungkook's families were gathered, all cheering and clapping warmly. Vine smiled, feeling a rush of emotions as she saw familiar faces. They had been through so much, and now they were back, stronger than ever. The celebration continued, laughter filling the house. However, when it was time to meet her mother, Vine's smile faltered. Jungkook, who had been by her side the whole time, immediately noticed. He gently squeezed her hand slightly, asking if she was okay. Later, when they were alone, Vine finally told him everything. Why she had always been distant, why she had hidden her pain. Jungkook's face darkened, knowing that her stepmother was the root cause of her suffering, made his blood boil. The celebration continued. They cut the cake, shared stories, and enjoyed their time together. Jimmy took the opportunity to introduce his girlfriend, making everyone happy, except for one person. Across the room, a pair of cold eyes glared at Ryan, her stepmother. Miss Anne could not stand the sight of her being happy. Her hands clenched into fists, jealousy burning inside her. Ryan, unaware of the hatred directed at her, was walking toward the kitchen when her stepmother followed her in. As soon as the door closed behind them, the woman's voice dripped with venom. Are you keeping him happy, or should I say satisfied? You should be grateful he didn't leave you while you were on your deathbed. Ryan's body froze for a moment, but before she could react, another voice cut through the air. His furious voice echoed as he stood at the doorway, eyes blazing with rage. He stormed toward the woman, but Ryan quickly held him back. Wine turned toward her stepmother, her gaze cold and unwavering. Yes, we both are satisfied with each other, but alas, she took a step forward, voice steady but yet sharp. You could not even keep your first husband satisfied, so he left you. Jungkook's eyes widened slightly at her words. This was the first time he had seen Wine fight back so fiercely. You should be grateful my father gave you a roof to live under. Miss Anne's face turned red with rage. Is this how you talk to your mother? But you're not my mother, Miss Anne. Vine's voice was firm, her heart pounding, but she didn't back down. You better start packing your stuff. I found that the company you claimed was yours, given by my father, is actually under my name. Oh, and the house you are living in, that's mine too. The woman's face turned pale. Guess what? You failed to satisfy your second husband too. That's why he left you for nothing, and yet you had the audacity to say it was yours. Why, daughter, you can't do this to me. Oh, I can. You have 2 days. Pack up and leave my house and my company. Don't call her name with your dirty mouth. Jungkook immediately took out his phone calling security. Within moments, guard arrived, dragging Miss Anne out despite her protest. Wine stood frozen, her breathing shaky. As soon as the woman was gone, tears began falling uncontrollably. Jungkook's mother, Mrs. Jones, quickly pulled her into a warm embrace. You're not alone, Ryan. I'm your mother. You have a family, parents, and a loving husband, and a brother-like friend. Ryan looked up, her eyes teary, meeting his. Jimmy, standing beside them, pouted. Ryan finally let out a soft laugh. Jungkook's eyes flickered to Jimmy, his expressions holding mischievousness. Mrs. John looked between them with a questioning gaze, but before she could ask, everyone started laughing. I don't know what this is about, but at least you are smiling. You look beautiful when you smile, but we need more smiles like this. Ryan turned towards Jungkook confused. However, when she saw the mischievous glint in his eyes, she immediately understood. She looked down, her cheeks heating up. Wine is as red as tomato. She always looks cute when she blushes. Nana and Jungkook immediately shot him a glare. I mean that, so what I mean? Yeah, stop glaring at me. She's my friend too. Stop making me look like I committed a crime. Don't tease my son or I'll beat you guys. Everyone burst into laughter, filling the house with warmth and happiness. This time there was no weight of the past, only the promise of a bright future. Jungkook placed his hand on Vian's waist and Vian looked at him smiling. Jungkook leaned in and placed a soft kiss on her lips. You nice, keep going. I'm waiting for my grandchild, so work harder. Vian blushed and buried her face in Jungkook's chest. Jungkook laughed and hugged her tightly, placing a soft pack on his head. I love you so much, he whispered, and I love you more. No, I love you more. If you two lovebirds have time, then can you sit with us? We came here for you. They all laughed, and with that, they spent quality time with laughter with people who really cared and loved them, their true family.